Markle with Southern Season, and today we're going to make a strawberry sorbet. I love strawberry season. Of course, it only comes once a year, but sometimes it's longer than others, and I like to go pick my strawberries, and then I'm always looking for something to do with them because they don't last that long once you pick them. So this is a strawberry compote with strawberry sorbet. First, I'm going to start with the compote. I'm going to add a little, these are just sliced strawberries that have been hulled. I'm going to add some lemon zest. And a little bit of sugar, and you always want to taste your strawberries because sometimes they're sweeter than others. And actually, as the strawberry season comes in, you'll see when you cut them, you won't have any white in the middle. They'll all be red all the way through, and sometimes they're even almost burgundy. They're so nice. And a little bit of lemon juice. Then we're going to add some crystallized ginger and some dried figs that have been chopped up. So you can make this a day ahead and just refrigerate it overnight. If I'm serving it that day, I like to leave it out on the counter for a couple hours because then the juice is released from the strawberries and you get a really nice red juice in your compote. And then this is the do-ahead part, the sorbet. What I do is just slice up some strawberries and chop them up and freeze them. And I don't do them whole anymore because I've found sometimes that's hard to break up in the food processor. And you can do this in a blender, but a whole strawberry will catch underneath your blender blade and it can actually stop it from working. So you just put them out like this, nothing on them, and pop them in the freezer. They freeze in a few hours, and then you can put them in a freezer-safe Ziploc bag until you're ready to use them. And here are my frozen strawberries. And I'm just going to put them in the food processor. This makes a really loud noise, so make sure no one's chopping in your kitchen. And then we're going to add some simple syrup. And simple syrup is just equal parts of sugar and water. Bring it to a boil until it runs clear. It takes about 5 minutes. And then chill it or cool it down before you make this. And so I usually just do this to taste, but we have the recipe for you. And then I'm going to add some ginger liqueur. If you don't have ginger liqueur, you can use vodka, but the reason it's nice to have liquor in this is because then it doesn't hard freeze again. It doesn't get hard like so it's hard to scoop. It's really, enough liquor in it just allows you to have more of a soft serve sorbet. Okay, get ready for the noise. And so I'm going to need more liquid because it's kind of just, at home I just do this by sight. And then you can always taste it and decide if you want liquor or simple syrup. So if you want to use vodka and you don't have the ginger liqueur, you can always put ginger in your simple syrup when you're cooking it, and that'll infuse the ginger flavor. So just sliced up ginger, you don't have to peel it or anything, bring it to a boil, let it sit in the sugar and water after it dissolves until it gets a nice ginger flavor, then you can strain it out and use that instead. And this looks about right. And now we have a very smooth consistency. It's got no chunks in it. I mean, if you like it chunky, you can certainly eat it that way. But this is wonderful. This is also great for mangoes and other, let me slide this here, and other fruits. Sometimes like blackberries and raspberries are a little bit seedier. So it's not quite as pleasant, but it's still good. So put a little compote in the bowl. And then a nice big scoop of sorbet. And I want to garnish that with a tiny bit of coarse sea salt. And that's it. Thank you for joining me. I'm Marilyn Markle with Southern Season, and this is my strawberry compote with strawberry sorbet.